So,
Yes.
if you hear some children screaming in the background, do not worry. No one's getting murdered or anything like that. That's just my nephew, and eventually it's gonna be my niece. They're both gonna
Mhm.
show up.
Yeah. It's all good.
Just wanted to put that out there. As that's what's happening.
Mhm. All right, buddy. Welcome back to another episode of Tabletop Gang Shenanigans. Uh,
Woo.
Today we have just two people at the moment because stuff happens. So unfortunately Alphonse and Edward aren't going to be with us from now on due to reasons, I guess. Um and I'm not sure when Commander would be here. Let me just ping him really quick. Uh he- Wait. And he's not here in the server anymore. Um
Wait, Commander's not here either.
I looked at let's see K8. When I type up his name, he's not here.
Yeah, I don't see his username in the
So we
member list.
so we lost three people. All right, I could deal with this. All right. So the last time, hold on, I need to pull up the stream really quick.
Notes?
Burger. When I don't make notes.
Hmm.
Bad DM. Bad DM.
No. That's bad taboo. We will not say this.
Mm,
You get that out your head. You are human. You are human. Say it
humans.
with me now. You are human.
Humans.
Good.
Wait, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing.
You
Uh
said your you said the bad word. You will not say the bad word when you're DMing. You will not do this. Not in my presence. You won't.
The only time you're allowed to say such a word is whenever we get into trouble.
damn. Sorry. I'm just trying to
And it's really only to describe the player situation when we're in a bad situation.
oh the best. What is up with my
All right.
I'm
Now that we
trying
got that out the way, what did happen last session was very brief. We'll just say that two enforcers
mm-hmm.
uh came over to a tavern and found the pink-haired lady in the cloak.
Mm-hmm.
And due to some circumstance, she has caused some havoc and some wreckage, and she decided to make a quick narrow escape, not being afraid of anything whatsoever.
Right.
However, what she didn't realize was she was running right into the direction of Figgy, Tamara, and Pick.
There we go. Fine.
So quickly devised a plan
Mm-hmm.
to ensnare her in an alleyway, which is
Right.
exactly what happened. She got dive bombed, trapped with vines, roped up, tied up. Now she can't use spells, and she's just like, "Wait, what? Did I really just get caught by you three?"
Like the fuck? What is going on, Bendy?
It's like but but you wasn't supposed to find me. It's like, well, I don't know what made you decide to have a good idea and start ruining a tavern and beating up the barmaid, but well, that's your fault. So this is the consequences you must now deal with. So
mm-hmm.
we turned it over to the guards. The guards said that it would take her in a holding cell. We made sure to explicitly say she may be able to do some form of magic. We don't know if it's charm or summoning or whatever. We just know she does magic. So proceed with extra caution.
Right.
They said, okay, cool, we got you. And then they took off to the holding cell. We then agreed to go interrogate her in the morrow
Mm-hmm.
before we start heading over to Silent Peak. to figure out why exactly was tracking us down and what exactly she aims to get out of this whole deal in the first place.
Right. Well.
Also to figure out why in the world everyone's after tomorrow for some reason.
Mhm. Mhm.
Ooh, and we went to the dreamscape.
Yeah.
I had fun with a giant eagle and summoning whatever darkness is within that person we caught today.
So much.
Right. That's
Too much darkness. Edgy. Yeah.
right. We also did get that dream from that nice woman whose name I'm sadly forgetting. She was the one that gave me the detect aura spell.
Yeah,
Well,
the
trinket that had it.
earthly person. Yeah. And really, it reveals that she has sisters and a mom. Um, yeah. So, I think we're caught up with stuffs, and um, it. Okay, so everybody, slowly wakes up. Um, Figgy and Pick, what are you guys doing in the morning? What are you guys
Can
doing?
I roll uh, a nature or survival check to see if I can hold myself back from crowing like a bird?
Sure.
Which one should I do, nature or survival?
Okay, so I think nature would work.
Alright, so if I roll high, I crow like a bird. Should I normal roll or advantage roll?
Normal roll.
Oh god!
You're good though.
I rolled pretty high.
You f- you
Alright, so I wake up.
you feel like that. Yeah. That inner bird. The inner
And I'm just
bird just
in their
calls.
rafters.
And the moment you kind of like did that noise, like the receptionist kind of like is like opening up to is like opening up the counter and looks up. She's like, "Oh, I forgot that's there." I guess good morning to you too, bird.
Ah, hi, yeah, good morning. And then I fly down from the rafters.
So did you sleep well, or she's like, it's a different receptionist because they have different ships and stuff. So
Mhm.
it's like,
Yeah, I had a pretty crazy dream. I guess I slept pretty well.
well, that's great. I mean, uh, right. I should probably uh get these like, and she has like a bunch of papers on her hand. Like, I gotta get these through, and then see you later.
Oh, do you need any help?
And she sets down she sets down the papers on the counter with a big boof. Like it's like kind of like very very tall stack of papers. Like
Mhm.
I mean paperwork would probably bore you.
I mean, I've never done it before, so like this would be interesting.
It's just a bunch of contract signs and stuff.
I don't really know what that is.
Legal stuffs.
I think I've signed one of those earlier. Did I?
I think
I
it's
don't
the
remember.
log, I believe. I mean, you're welcome to help.
All right.
Okay. Cool, thanks. And she's like grabs like a couple of pens, kind of like those quills and everything, and just like gives you some, and then like she starts, kind of like signing and then stamping them with the stamp.
Hmm.
Yeah, that type of thing.
I just
Um,
start copying her.
Alrighty. Um, so you're signing them uh with your signature or with try to copy hers, or how you do this.
Trying to copy her. I bird see. I bird do.
Okay. Give me perception, like how to do her signature and stuff like that.
All right, perception.
Hmm.
Ooh, I got a 12.
You easily like kind of like copy. It's not perfect writing, but like it's just average and stuff. So you start copying like her signature, and then like grabbing an extra like stamp, just like boof on it.
Hmm.
It's not very exact, but it's to the regular eye, it's just almost the same.
But to
So
a more perceptive eye, they'd see closer to chicken scratch.
yes. So you do this for um when
So someone like comes up and calls me to help.
eh, cool. All right. So you're doing that, going to Figgy. You wakes up. What you do?
Um, oh, I didn't think they had roosters. Wait. Oh yeah, that's right. Uh, do they serve breakfast here? Uh, do they serve breakfast here?
mm, are you asking it out loud? You as you hear that, you kind of like actually give me perception really quick.
Perception.
Hmm.
Go to that D&D Beyond. I have not selected the character.
I need to do that as well.
Buffer. There we go. All right. Perception is going to be a 23.
23. Wow. Okay. Um. All right. So, you kind of like faintly hear like a little like bell, and then actually also give me also perception while you're doing the papers with this
Hmm.
person. All right.
16.
So both of you hear like kind of like a cowbell a little bit ringing, and this guy's like, "All right, continental breakfast," in like in like one of the big hallway rooms, and you kind of like hear
Nice.
people like slowly coming up or down, to
All
get
right,
Ah.
so I take a break as I hear that. Do a little whistle. Call Jackson.
Jackson kind
Get
of
me a
like,
plate, and then go back to work.
what?
I've asked Jackson to get me a plate for breakfast.
And
He
then
can take whatever he wants for himself.
he just like flaps his wings and just like screeches, "Caw!" and then like leaves. He just flies away. Right. So Bird and Figgy go uh towards the towards
Well,
the
Figgy. Well, isn't Figgy sharing a room with Tamara at the moment?
yeah. She's still sleeping.
All right. So he's just like, "Hey, Tamara, wake up! It's time for breakfast."
5 more
Tamara,
minutes, damn it. it just kind of like grabs her pillow and just puts it on her head. Just for a minute. And then she rolls over off the bed. Ugh! Damn it. I'm fine. Slowly, like lazily, like wakes up, kind of like not fully woken up, but like like groggy. Like wipes her
So
eye a little bit.
so just to fuck with her, as she's waking up
No.
and as she's in a groggy state,
Mm-hmm.
you see Figgy like he's about to do a cat pounce.
She with the reaction kind of like suddenly like out of flight response, she kind of like grabs a pillow and throws it at you and starts to just scramble like together to the closet trying to. She's like, oh shit.
Well, to be fair, you fell off the bed. It was either that or I pounced on the bed and make you get up.
Kind of like peeks a little bit out of like the closet a little bit. And she's like, and don't do that, don't do that. And she like goes back inside the closet and just starts to like fix herself.
Right. Well, I'll be heading downstairs. Apparently, there's a continental breakfast happening. So you might want to get down that before everyone else takes the good stuff. I wonder what they have down there. Figgy starts to sniff.
Give me perception with advantage because you're with the nose. Well, tomorrow like quickly changes to her regular clothes.
That's a
15?
19.
Oh, it's 19? 19? Okay. So, you smell pancakes and bagels, uh, bacon, and there's eggs, syrup, orange juice, apple juice. Basically, kind of like an IHOP a little bit.
Okay. What kind of bacon we talking here?
Kind of like that, kind of like the smoked bacon.
Okay. We
Uh,
talking
like
we talking like applewood?
yeah.
I do want to note that Jackson is just gonna look side eye at the egg tray,
Oh no. Oh.
and a look of confusion would be on its face.
Like what the fuck is going on? What are these birds doing in this play? People eating. Oh god.
So Figgy comes downstairs. He
Mhm.
gets in the line for the continental breakfast.
And
He gets to the he gets to the concession stand for said continental breakfast and starts putting together his tray.
mhm.
The first tray I imagine that he's gonna look at, because this is normally what I would do, I would
Mhm.
grab the eggs.
Eggs. All right.
So, and it's just like this moment where Figgy takes like the radle and like you just see him slow mo scoop some eggs out as Pick is just looking.
the
No, Pick's not here. Pick is all
ja,
the way back at the front
yeah,
doing paperwork.
yeah.
It's
Okay,
The eagle,
Jackson, my eagle.
the eagle kind of like approaches like nearby and stuff, and then the cook is like, "What is this bird doing here?" Hey, shoo.
oh,
Sadness in his face.
does Figgy notice? Does the Figgy notice the bird?
Yeah, he's like nearby you, kind of like now perched on the chef's head now.
Oh, I see. Pick is awake because you're awake now. Morning, Jackson.
Jackson kind of like flaps his wings and just like kind of like reaches out his talon a little bit and squeezes it, meaning hi. And
Mm,
then it's claws. Ah!
good. I take it you are looking for some food.
Because it's just like the head, not like like fast.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then he
Is it
just
for your?
flaps wings. Hmm?
Is it for yourself or is it for Peak? Where is Peak anyway?
The bird can like perches on top of Figgy's head now and kind of like um points his like claw at where where he is like in the front. Ah!
Ah, I see. Well, uh, what's he doing over there? Is he not able to get his own food?
And then he just like, kind of like goes goes down on the floor and like starts to chicken scratch on the on the floor. Basically a little drawing of like him and like paperwork and the receptionist lady. Like a
Uh,
rudimentary like drawing with his claw.
okay, so if Figgy can under at least somewhat understand like a bird nodding and a bird pointing, I don't think he understands what a bird is doing chicken scratch stuff.
Like
Is he scratching? Is he scratching the floor? Why is he scratching the floor?
he starts when he like starts to draw and chicken scratch, like it's actually all over the place, but you can like tell there's like a bird person and like a tiefling person with paperwork. But it's kind of like all in a mess.
Oh, I
And
see.
he kind of like hops once and he's like, ah, bird flap.
That is a very interesting, talented bird. Anyway, you're probably gonna have trouble carrying the food, so I guess I can help you out with that.
He just purchases goes and like purchases it on Figgy's shoulder.
Okay, so I know what I like, but what does Peak like?
Yeah, what is
I'm going to I'm going to assume he does not like eggs.
he Jackson kind of like thinking in like bird. What does Spike like? Pick like.
Pick like grains, and livestock, berries too. So I guess pancakes would be good. Most certainly bacon. And if they have fruit, that too.
Hmm. Like, all right, so Jackson kind of like remembers like what you like and stuff, and he kind of like flies over to the pancakes area. A lot of people be like, "Hey, there's a bird in here."
Don't worry, it's okay. It's friendly. I was almost
That
about to
wouldn't.
say I was almost about to say hygienic, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I was about to say that too, like out of character. Yeah, you don't know if this bird's been washed, but Pick has taken care of this bird and washed it.
It is a friendly
um,
bird. Figgy just quickly goes over to pancakes.
If you want to try making like a check on this bird, see if how clean it looks, you could do that. He should be
yeah,
fairly clean, just
yeah.
maybe like a day dirty.
Oh,
As Jackson
you
kind of
know,
like picking at his like feathers just to see like picking at his feathers like in his chest casually.
probably not now. I'll do it later. Okay, so we got the pancakes, bacon, smells good.
Berries. Yeah,
Bacon. We don't really have fruit here, but there's apple juice. Oh wait, there's orange. Is he a citrus person?
it,
Probably.
probably.
Take some take an orange, take some bagels. What type of bagels we got over here? Is it just a plain bagel? Is it one of those everything bagels?
It's like those blueberry bagels or strawberry bagels, and then there's your plain bagel and like your multigrain bagel.
I think I would get him the multigrain bagel. Okay. And are there hash browns there?
Yeah, there's some hash browns and but the mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose that makes sense. Grab some potatoes. So now Figgy takes the 2 plates and one of them over to walks one of them over to Pig. Hey, good morning.
Oh, hi.
And
Hey,
then
Jackson.
Jackson's just like squaws. Squat.
I saw
You're
your
a
friend
good
here trying to
boy. Yeah.
I saw your friend here trying to grab some food. Not for nothing. I think it's kind of difficult for a bird to carry a plate full of food. So I decided to bring it over to you.
Hmm. I should probably teach him how to do that.
I mean,
Maybe put it.
wouldn't the food slide off the plate?
Hmm. He could always look for like a bowl or a bucket, something he could grab onto while the food sits there.
The receptionist
Prefer
lady's like, it kind of like still signing the papers and just like without looking at you guys, just like not off the paper, but she's like, or maybe a basket.
Yeah.
a basket would probably help, yes. But anyway, well, make sure you eat up. We got a big day ahead of us later today.
Hmm.
Squawk! Like bird wing flap.
All right. What about Tomatoes at? She get her food yet?
Um, give me perception really quick.
Perception. Do, 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 do. Oh,
Hmm.
that's an 11.
Um, you actually kind of see a little like familiar tuft of hair just kind of like going past, like kind of like a blur past um past the hallway and into where the breakfast area is.
I saw a familiar who?
A purple haired person
Ah, well,
with goggles and stuff. Yeah.
oh, well, there she is. Now the other question is, actually, where's Fenris at?
Fenris. Um, do you want to look? Do you want to go look for her?
Uh, I suppose I go take a quick look. Uh, I know she doesn't really want to miss out on food, considering that sh- she's a busy woman herself.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, my food
Oh,
doesn't get
wow.
cold.
Are you looking for someone?
Yeah, it's one of our comrades. Her name is Fenris. You didn't really see her much, but she usually wears like a trench coat. But
Oh, all right.
I'm gonna go look for her real quick. I'll be right back.
If you want, you can bring Jackson. He's really great at seeing stuff. You just got to describe her for him. And then I toss Jackson one of the bagels.
Jackson grabs, catches it, kind of like starts grabbing with his foot, and kind of like starts to peck at it.
All
Squawing,
right,
squawing a thank you.
Hmm.
all right. Let's see. How to describe Fenris? Fenris is what I rolled to accurately describe Fenris.
Um, so what to roll or what to?
Like, would you say it's a roll, or would you just say Fenris, Figgy knows what Fenris looks like
Um, give
pretty
me
much?
actually give me history really quick, just to see be able to memorize, or
That's 16.
Okay, so you remember her having like white hair and like off-colored eyes of green and blue. She's pretty tall, and she looks like kind of like someone that can they can kick your ass type of person. Um, so kind of like a biker gang kind of like look to her, and
Okay.
a shifter too.
Okay, so here's the deal, Jackson. You ready? It's gonna be very brief and gonna be very sweet. So, she has offset eyes that are one is green and one is blue. I think it's heterochromia they call it. She has white hair, looks rather relatively tall, looks like she can break a bone or two. Has a trench coat, probably brown, I think, and looks like she rides very extreme vehicles.
Yes.
Have to make like an intelligence check for him to
Yes.
remember all of that.
Yeah, I give you that.
My intelligence or the birds? I'm pretty sure the birds,
The
right?
birds, yeah.
Oh no, it only has 2 intelligence.
Oh god. Um,
Uh, let's see, it's a D20 minus 4.
Jeez.
All right, so 17 minus 4. He got a 13.
yeah, he remember he's gonna remember that. He's like, ah, kind of like if
He look he a little confused, but he got the spirit.
he's like ah, and then he just like kind of like does like this random like bird nod like bird like shake head like nod head like that fast head nod.
Mhm.
All right, excellent. Now the only question is, what room is she in? Excuse
Um,
me,
yes,
front desk lady. You would happen to
yes.
know where a person by the name of Fenris is staying at? I wouldn't want her to miss
Fen
breakfast.
Fenris. Let me check my logs, and then she just like under the counter she like grabs something from it and then like reveals like a book like a logbook and just like woof, and then like and she kind of like moves the papers a little bit like out of the way and then she like flips through the pages a little quickly. Um, t- let's see. When you guys were logged in?
2 days ago.
2 days
That's
ago.
when we first logged in.
Okay. She like quickly like thumbs through the list of like a bunch of names and stuff, um, and then she's like, Fenrir. Do you know her last name?
Uh, does figure you know her last name?
Yeah, it's Lycanwolf.
Lycan. Wait, Fenris Lycan Wolf?
Yes. And Lycanwolf. Okay. Here she is. That was like yeah, it was like about 3 days ago. She paid in advance, you know, of staying here for a few days, and yeah, she's in room, let's see, third floor, 309. Yeah.
All right, appreciate that. Thank you. We'll be right back. Come on, Jackson.
Ah! And just Link follows you. Alright. So,
Okay, 303, 304, 305, 306, 307, 308. Ah, here we are. 309. Starts knocking on the 309 door.
what?
It's breakfast downstairs. You're gonna miss it if you don't get up.
I've been up since 6 a.m.
What the hell? Why were you up so early?
Research stuffs. Uh, and then you get kind of like hear like a shuffle of like papers and stuff like that. I'll be down in a bit. I'm focused right now.
What if you don't hurry? They're gonna take all the bacon away.
At the mention of bacon, you actually hear like the big, like towards the door. And opens it. What? And then you like she's like disheveled and like she's still wearing that like she's not wearing the she's kind of like still wearing her regular clothes. It's just like it's all over the place. There's some like all disheveled everywhere. She's like, what?
Yeah, if you don't hurry up, they're gonna you're gonna lose all your bacon and your eggs. It's Applewood.
With that, you kind
Just
of like
point at Fenris. Can Jackson point at Fenris and squawk like you found her?
yes, flap flap
Oh,
goes on her head and then
oh, that's
buries in.
Jackson, by the way.
It was like the finally eagle. What?
Uh,
Oh,
there's a long story for that. Just don't
is
hurt
this
the
thing
eagle.
tamed?
Uh, I mean, it listened to me perfectly fine. It seems friendly.
And
Just don't attack it.
Jackson slowly like sinks into her hair. It was like, no, no, don't go in there, and it just like pulls him out and just like, and then he just starts to fly away towards Pie. Pick.
Well, yeah. Plus there's some other things that we need to discuss with you about what happened last night. So, go ahead and grab your breakfast. It's kind of important.
Yeah. Wait, I'll just, and then she kind of like, she kind of like grabs like her keys and just like rope, like kind of like fix herself a little bit, and then closes the door, kind of like quickly like locks it and just like starts to like sprint. um and she kind of like I guess her shifter is showing, so kind of like a little bit like shifting towards like that like wolf-ish, which she's like quickly running towards like food.
Ah, it's very easy to trick a person that's part canine. Mention bacon and they're like putty in your hands.
um also give me perception really quick as well.
Perception, you said?
Yeah.
Is Jackson there to make perception as well?
Oh, that's
He came back though. Yeah, he came like yeah. 11?
that's a 12.
12? It this corner eye you kinda see like Klein kinda like looking at you like uh with a bunch of like a couple of books here and there in his hand. Like, ah, good morning.
Ah, morning, Klein. I haven't seen you in a couple of days. How's that hangover treating you?
Uh I'm fine now. I think I ever blow it.
All right. Well, here's a better question. Are you able to eat?
I just barely ate now. Just, I was the first one.
Ah, good. Well, that's good to hear. Uh, make sure to come meet us over at the table. We need to discuss a little bit about what happened yesterday, and from there we can discuss the rest of our day plan and go forward with it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've been doing errands with Fenris.
Oh, was that yesterday or was that today?
Yesterday.
Oh, you didn't happen to see her get upset at the kobold or anything, did you?
No, I was I was at the library.
Oh,
Finish just went and to get a few things, and then came back to the library with me.
I see. Well, why don't we do walk and talk?
Sure, sure. And then he kind of like, let me just put these back in the room. It just goes, he goes inside and like drop them, and then come back and go to. All right.
So what exactly were you researching in the library?
Well, that is for Fenris, for you, for her to tell you personally. Um,
Ah,
but all I can say is that we research about myth and legends and stuff. Um,
was it I imagine it was for a way to get back home?
something like that. Yeah.
Oh, but I hope it works out well for her. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh god, I think my foot is about to get cold. We
Oh,
better hurry.
right. Right. And she's like, he's walking with you.
So
And
Figgy and Figgy and Klein eventually go downstairs
mm-hmm.
and is at the table with the rest of the group.
Is Pig there too, or?
Uh, that's a two-part question. Is the paperwork done, and did anyone call for me?
Okay, so paperwork is done. And then Tamara called for you, like, hey, you just wanna hang out at the table.
Yeah, sure. I
Cool.
start reaching into my bag and grabbing grooming materials for my bird, Jackson, as I head towards the table.
Alright. So you're heading towards the table. Everybody converging at this table. Right. There's like a lot of tables nearby and everything. Kind of like a big cafeteria looking thing. You walk in. You guys walk in. There's Tamara, Fenris, and Clay. Clay is just like kind of like looking over this book a little bit. Which he uncharacteristically, he doesn't do that quite often. But like he's like concentrating and stuff like that. And Fenris is kind of like scarfing like a lot of the bacon and a lot of the egg in there. And Tamara is kind of like starts talking like well her food while she's eating. She's like, so what's up? She starts talking like this and everything. So you guys, yeah. So you guys find the table with the familiar NPCs there.
All right. Hopefully the food's still hot. Figgy proceeds to eat.
It is about lukewarm at this point.
Yeah. The eggs are lukewarm. That's unfortunate. But they're still good. Maybe some salt and pepper though. Starts putting salt and pepper on the eggs.
Uh-huh. All right. So you do that. There's the little like uh little salt pepper shaker, whatever.
Mhm.
So you do that, and Clan's like, and then he looks away from his from the bucket, and he's like, um is and then sees Figgy and Pike. Oh, hello.
Morning.
Morning.
Sorry about that. Um, so now that we're all here, tomorrow would you like to start off with what happened pretty much yesterday?
Um, and she's like, sure. And And then she starts like recounting what happened and everything. Like, oh yeah, you know, so yeah, so she's recounting like what happened yesterday. Um, yeah, you know that there's there's a hooded figure kind of like, yeah, so yeah, she starts recounting what happened in like full detail of her perspective and everything. And and Fenris is like, oh, bitch again.
Yep, Peach again.
Clan's like, well, it's the hand of the police now, you know.
Yeah, that is good and everything, but I don't know how long she's gonna stay in that cell. But while she's in the cell at the moment, I think it'd be better if we start interrogating her to figure out why and what she's chasing us down, and what she knows about all these relics and stuff. And why does Sly exactly want them so bad?
I was like,
I think that'll be our best course of action in this scenario.
tomorrow's slowly getting us sinking and stuff. And Venice is like, well, I mean, I would say probably like good cop, bad cop.
Okay. Well, who would you suggest be the good cop or the bad cop?
Hmm.
Actually, wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Hmm.
What do you mean by good cop, bad cop? Are most cops good?
Venice is like, kind of like smirks a little bit. Well, um,
I don't know what a cop is. I'm grooming the Jackson.
Clan is like, law enforcement mostly. Uh, people that like do like the laws and in certain cases. Clan says like basically defining what law what the law
Right.
yeah thing. Like Clan's like, well, it's pretty complicated. Um, Finn was like, well, I could be the bad cop. Like smirks, but maybe an intermediary like cop.
I want to be a cop. This is a new idea for him, so he wants to try it out.
Tomorrow's like, um, like, okay, are you sure you want to like be a cop?
I don't really know what it means, but like I want to try it. Sounds fun. I guess. I don't know. You guys are.
I'll have to interject and say that being a cop is not exactly the funnest job in the world.
Sure, you get to stop bad guys and what you do orders and stuff. Clayton's like, it's all complicated to me.
What is a bad guy?
Some Tom's like, well, when somebody either breaks the law or does very bad, awful things. Like, for example, um, that one the hooded person that we got yesterday.
Yes, exactly. She decided to attack the bartender without any real reason whatsoever, and then threatened her life. As a result, she's considered a bad person because what good person would ever decide to threaten somebody's life after entering their establishment? You know?
And Finn is like,
Hmm.
which bartender? Oh, so I was like, oh, the redhead, tiefling, 10. Starts describing her. Finn is like,
Mhm.
Oh, that one. Right. I arm wrestled her a couple times. That then I got kicked out.
What did you get kicked out for?
Roughhousing.
Oh,
Well, you see, I
well,
was trying to uh and you know ask some questions. Bartender's pretty elusive. Takes a sip of the apple juice.
a well, that's an interesting experience.
Hmm.
Uh, didn't think she was strong enough to take you on.
I mean, she did this rage thing.
Ooh, a barbarian.
Not only that, so she's great with it with bow and arrow at the same time. So yeah,
So wait, instead of like doing a simple arm wrestling contest, you just actually just straight up fought her?
in the back though.
I'm not even gonna begin to ask how that happened, but okay. Um, yeah, once we take care of this month of the other things that we got fixing up and going on, we'll go down over to the police district and start to perform a perfect interrogation. Now, as far as the whole good cop, bad cop medicals, I think the best bet would probably to have Fenris and Tamara go in there and act as investigators, and the mediator would probably be someone that has a good judge of character.
If you need someone to investigate, I'm pretty good at it. Does Jackson. I mean, well, probably not investigation, but he sees things that most people don't.
Uh, I mean, Jackson is very helpful, but you mentioned that it could not be helpful for investigating, despite the fact that that's what you offered to do.
Well, no, I'm pretty good at investigating. Jackson's not. He's just really good at seeing, eagle eyes, a bird eyes view, all those kind of bird jokes people make.
Right.
Just just like wolf jokes or dog jokes or dad jokes. Nose clean.
I see. Well then, yep, that's our itinerary for today. Let's see, what else were we thinking needed to be checked?
Maybe someone investigate. Someone's like maybe someone maybe a couple of us kind of like investigate like this Crimson Moons group probably.
Yeah. That'll work. Uh, Crimson Moons, I believe, Tamara, didn't you say that there were all the separate security forces, something like that?
Yeah, it's what I've it's what I've uh yeah. And and Fenris is like, so cops that I mean they have this weird ass armor. Just one time I Fenris was like one time I was like, you know, going through around the city. They were beating up on a guy, but he looked all suspicious.
Right. I think we saw that too, and not wanting to get involved, I unfortunately walked by. I didn't get the vibe that he was suspicious though. I must have seen it from a different angle.
Yeah, he was holding a dagger of some sort, weird dagger, but otherwise,
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna like. They got this.
Fair enough. Well, that's a good that's a good thing that that got taken care of. In the meantime, oh right, proper introduction. Um, I will let Pick kind of explain himself.
Right. Claims like bird person, like white eyes.
Hi, my name's Picard, but you can call me Pick. It's a lot easier for, you know, people without the vocal range of a bird. Uh, I sort of am. I'm looking for someone, and like you guys are apparently going to be going on your way in that direction, so I figured I'd just be joining along. Not to mention you have an artificer, and like who I'm looking for is an artificer who seems really uh intent on learning stuff. So like maybe she'll seek out like your friend.
Everybody kind of looks at tomorrow, like both of the NPCs look at tomorrow, like tomorrow, like I'm taking students, like with the question mark. I'm taking students. I guess that's it.
Uh, and this is Jackson. He is my little bird friend. I've raised him since he was an egg, and like me and he may not be capable of speaking common like everyone else, but he's a great pal.
And then claims like, can I pet him?
Uh, I whisper in bird to Jackson. Do you want him to?
Jackson is like, nah. Bird thinking like, nah.
Uh, he doesn't look too keen on being pet right now. Maybe if you fed him a little bit, he'd probably warm up a bit.
Just he just like takes off a piece of pancake and just give it to to Jackson. Jackson snatches it and just like goes back to your head. Fine.
Hmm.
Ah, better next time maybe. Yeah.
Indeed. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. Um, what did you guys end up finding out? Oh yeah, wait. One more important thing that we need to mention.
Hmm.
Aside from the incident with the cloak lady with pink hair, she
Mhm.
really needs to get the new hairstylist or something. Um, we found out a couple of things about Silent Peak.
Oh.
Well, for one, it's actually became haunted rather uh, quote unquote recently after apparently a bunch of miners suffered an accident in a mine shaft that was underneath the mansion pot, or at least at the base of the hill or something like that, something along those lines. But the spirits, whatever is in there, is trapping the spirits and they're not being allowed to escape. So they're getting really, for lack of a better word, very Stockholm syndrome pissed offish.
Infinite,